This is episode 3 of the series where I put myself and my brothers in the game. We started as low as 50 rated, and since then we're already climbing up in the football world. So in the first game, Crawley went and drew with Newport. Not the result we were looking for. Jed trained, going from 67 rated to 68 rated. For the first time ever, all 3 brothers started up against Gillingham. Manny played Jed in, and with goal at his mercy, he couldn't bury the chance. Gillingham got a penalty with former Crawley star Tom Nichols converting with a cheeky chip. Toby then had a free kick late into the game, with sweat dropping down his face and the pressure on. Could he deliver? The ball went into the box, but Jed's off-target header wasn't the outcome they were looking for. 2 bad results on the spin and no upgrades. Both results would mean Crawley dropped to 5th. Things weren't looking any better, making it 3 games without a win as Stockport took the points. With these results, the manager considered benching Jed. After seeing his dedication in training though, the gaffer changed his mind. A 1-0 win courtesy of a goal from Ote saw the losing streak come to an end. Toby had made some slight improvements, and going into the game against Grimsby, he was now 64 overall. Manny also went up by 1, going to 60 rated. Toby had a free kick with a Trivela on his mind, of course. He let the shot go, but only into the hands of the goalkeeper. With the rain pouring down and the score deadlocked, Jed had the chance to put away a penalty. With a 100% record still intact, surely there was only one outcome. Wrong. He missed his first ever penalty as the points were shared. Jed was sure the wet conditions played their part. Poor results continued to flow, with the Reds clinging on to the 6th position. After failure to provide goals directly or through assists, Jed was dropped. Having to come off the bench, he was determined to make an impact. The pressure was off with Crawley already in the lead. Before long, some work from Manny out wide produced the perfect opportunity for Jed. He finally ended the goal drought. All 3 brothers involved in the goals: a goal for Toby, a goal for Jed, an assist for Manny. Toby now 65 rated, Manny 61 rated, and Jed rapidly improving 71 rated. AFC Wimbledon were the next opponents on a snowy day. A ball was played over the top and Toby was looking to run onto the loose ball using his pace. The defender, eager to win the battle, was pulling his shirt but couldn't do enough. Toby made it into the box and got his toe to the ball, winning a penalty. He was left fuming and he had to suppress his anger. With Jed missing the last, Toby fancied himself and picked up the ball. Stepping up confidently, he struck the ball, leaning back however, and put the ball over the bar. Into the second half, and another penalty had been awarded. Manny now grabbing the ball. Could he stop the streak of missed penalties from the brothers? He took his stance and sent the goalkeeper the wrong way, sealing a 2-0 win, as well as an upgrade for himself, 62 now being his new rating. With the season not far from a close, Jed knew if he was to follow his dreams, he'd have to step things up. Going into the Barrow game 72 rated with a fire in his belly. Jed fired a long searching ball up the pitch which would fall to his big brother. He brought the ball down and charged through on goal, and there was only one outcome. Following that, with confidence at an all-time high for Toby, he'd find himself 1-on-1 again, and he'd slot the ball past the goalkeeper for a second time. A much needed 2-0 win with a brace from the eldest and an assist from the youngest. The mood in the dressing room was good again, and promotion was once again on the cards. Toby, 66 rated with those performances and a +2, was now 68 rated. Jed with that assist goes to 73. Toby's hot streak continued and another tidy finish from him, followed up with a lovely through ball for Manny as he concluded proceedings, making it 2-0. The brothers' chemistry was building. Toby would then use both upgrades on his brother Manny in a bid to see him start more games, taking Manny up to 64 rated. Lying in second place, Crawley were 8 points off the favourites Leyton Orient. With top spot in sight, it was all hands on deck. A draw to Colchester and a calamitous defeat to Mansfield were on the list of the latest setbacks for Crawley. Tranmere took points too as the Reds fell back down to 4th place. Salford away and a trip up north saw Crawley open the scoring through Manny. The home side would have a chance to level but failed to take it. Goalkeeper Adai proving to be the hero of the game as he saved the penalty to help his side secure the points. A goal for Manny moves him now to 66 rated. Eager to finish the season strong, Jed took up some more training drills and upped the intensity. 75 rated and rumoured to be attracting the attention of some bigger clubs. The biggest game of their season, Leyton Orient away. Crawley won the first meeting, could they do it again? Resuming penalty duties, Manny converted his second penalty for the club. Toby was later played through by Nassr and he sealed the unlikely result, 2-0. Automatic promotion was all but gone as Crawley now had 2 big games in a row. Stevenage placed in 7th and Swindon in 3rd. 6 points from these games would be massive. Jed had the opportunity to ask for a wage increase, however he was unsure if his future lay at Crawley. Toby slotted a pass through for Jed as he controlled it, composed himself and broke another little drought. Man of the match for Jed and an important result. 4 games to go, Crawley was sitting just above Swindon. Jed uses that upgrade for Manny, he's now 68 rated. It was very fitting that the next match would be against Swindon. Crawley had won a free kick and Jed stood over it, and after practicing some in training, he felt confident. Stepping up, he connected with his right foot and hit the back of the net. Brother Toby could only applaud the goal. Crawley would take all 3 points. Another man of the match, he was starting to show his talent. The Reds now only 5 points off of first with 3 games to go. Jed moves up to 76 rated. Doncaster now in the way. Lovely skill from Toby to escape his man before firing the first goal, 1-0. Jed left 3 in the box, made it 2-0, sticking to his vow to end the season well. A win and a +1 upgrade for both. Jed up to 77, meanwhile Toby 71. With that upgrade, Toby got on the score sheet as he continued to raise eyebrows around the league. Final result, 1-0. They were picking up the points they needed. It came down to the final game for Crawley, and a win was non-negotiable for the fans. They wanted promotion. Mansfield had secured top spot with 84 points, but for Leighton and Crawley, this game still mattered. Tied on goal difference, both teams were in for a nail-biting finish. Toby's performances not only took him to 72 rated, but he also bagged the Player of the Month award, thoroughly deserved. Jed was nominated too, and the brothers were shining. With his contract out at the end of the season, what was next for Toby though? Hartlepool away, the last game. This was it. Manny would be the catalyst as he got the ball on the break, playing it over the top for his older brother to latch onto. With the form he was in, surely he would score. And he did. There were plenty of murmurs amongst the crowd during the game, but in a nail-biting finish, Crawley would secure promotion. Leighton's draw away to Northampton, a dagger to their fans. The question left at the end, what was next for the brothers? Would they stay together? Finishing the season 78 rated, Jed put in a transfer request. That was then turned down by the club. He tried again, missing training, and the board finally gave in. Galatasaray came in first, and unsure if he wanted to leave England early, Jed was confused. They offered 45k a week, which was life-changing for Jed, but still, he had his reservations. They had talks, Jed was still deciding, it took too long, and finally Galatasaray pulled their offer. With the uncertainty around his future, the season had already started, and despite being 80 rated now, Jed was removed from the squad. Everton came calling, but his brother Manny was really against the move, mainly due to his ties to Liverpool. Al Nassr came in with an offer less than Galatasaray, but the prospect of playing football alongside Ronaldo and the new project in Saudi, Jed was considering, and heavily considering, the deal. Talks went well, and it was just time for Fabrizio to give the here we go, but before we knew it, Jed was signing for the yellow and blue. Al Nassr continued their spending spree, acquiring more big names. First reuniting the brothers, signing Toby and Manny as well, then dipping back into the market for Sadio Mane and Brozovic. Jed would replace Ronaldo for his debut not long after. With a ball over the top from Brozovic, the new man was off the mark. Already a +1 upgrade, which he'd give to Toby. Toby now goes from 74 to 75 rated. The opportunity to work with his GOAT Ronaldo was so exciting for Jed. Being able to share the pitch with him in training would prove to be great for his development. He even took the time to read books on Ronaldo. This seemed to help him also take his game that bit further as he started to learn and understand new ways to score, finding himself in new positions and scoring more goals. To be precise, a hat-trick on his second appearance and his first of his career. With the upgrades, he'd used 2 on Manny, taking him to 72 overall, and 1 on Toby, making him 76 rated. Many people felt like it was too early for such a move, but for Jed, it was just the beginning. Linking up with CR7, he'd make it 5 goals in 3 games. On top of that, the move for Jed would also make him more financially stable, something he would not regret. He hired a language coach in order to learn and speak with his new teammates, and also launched his very own clothing brand, Tribe Collection. It was now time for his first start. Rumours in the media had stated Ronaldo was outraged after talks with the gaffer as he didn't like the idea of him not starting. It didn't matter for Jed. Hungry for goals, the streak went on, netting in a 1-0 victory. A new star was in town and there wasn't room for another. Having 2 upgrades at hand, he used them for his big brother Toby, now 78 rated. Jed had scored in every game so far, with European fans dubbing him a Farmers League merchant. Blocking out the noise, he bagged the only goal in the second leg of the quarter-final in the Asia Continental Cup. Given his upgrade to Manny, he goes up to 74 overall. The league was looking so easy for Al Nassr, only conceding 1 goal. Surely they couldn't stay long. Ronaldo started to lose his patience, giving an ultimatum to the board. It was Jed or him. What would they decide?
Why they asking me if hard work pays off? The proof's in the pudding. How'd I get where I got? Check the work that I put in.